All right, thanks for tuning in and welcome back. Today we're going to do another version, version 2 of Name That Bird. Last week we put together a short video identifying various bird species here in the yard, and the response, especially on Facebook, was overwhelmingly positive as people played the game and guessed birds. Some of them reported back on how many they got right, and very impressive. And due to that response, we thought, well, let's go ahead and make a version 2. So we went out and spotted more birds in the yard here and took short videos of them. Now, if you missed our first round of Name That Bird, basically I give you a short video, just play a short video of the bird, and if you can name what that bird is, well, give yourself a point. If you can't, I mean, this is an open book. There's no, we all win when we're learning, right? You can just put the video on pause at that point if you really want to get them all right, and at that point do a little research with the image that you've got so far. I like to go to my bird book, my field guide. I usually take with me out in the field to help identify the birds. And if that helps, and you want to do an open book, you can certainly do it that way. But you'll see the short video, and then when your time's just about up, you'll hear this sound, and give yourself a point if you've named the bird correctly. So let's go with the first bird. Okay, red-winged blackbird. Yeah, very common bird, especially in marshy areas like we've got out here in central Minnesota. They're a migratory bird, so they have a distinctive call. You might even hear some making noise while we're making our video here today. But they're a migratory bird, and they come back every spring, and we love hearing that sound. The particular one you saw there was a male. You can tell it's a male due to its dark black color and that splash of red and yellow on the wings gives it away as a male red-winged blackbird. Next bird. All right, the black-capped chickadee. I'm guessing a lot of you got that one correct. That's a bird that visits our feeders pretty much year-round. Matter of fact, they get kind of tame. They'll even come and pay me a visit up close when I'm filling up their feeders. So we really enjoy the black-capped chickadee around here. Let's go on to the next bird. All right, red-bellied woodpecker. Oh, they're getting harder. If you said woodpecker, I suppose give yourself half a point. That is a red-bellied woodpecker, although its belly really isn't all that red. This particular one was a female. You see that little patch of red on her head. If it were a male, that patch of red would go all the way to its forehead. But they like to visit our feeders pretty much year-round. We really enjoy the red-bellied woodpecker. Next bird. All right, pretty bird there, huh? The northern oriole. You could tell this was a male due to its the contrast between that dark black and that bright orange. Just a beautiful bird. Again, it's a migratory bird that comes back in the spring, makes its nest high up in trees in little pouches that it sort of weaves together. We really enjoy our northern orioles. Next bird. Okay, the Rose-Breasted Grosbeak, not quite as common, but a bird we get to enjoy here visiting our feeders. It kind of looks like it's wearing a little tuxedo there with a red tie. Handsome bird, that's the male Rose-Breasted Grosbeak. All right, the common grackle. I guess that is a pretty common bird. You can distinguish the grackle from other so-called blackbirds. When the sun hits that head, you can kind of see that bluish violet, kind of a pretty bird. It also you can distinguish an adult. It has sort of a golden yellow eye. When you get close enough, you see that golden eye. You know you're looking at a common grackle. Next bird. Sorry. Next bird. All right, Sandhill Cranes. We're in Sandhill Crane country out here. That video was a little bit blurry. We had to kind of zoom in from a distance. But between that call and that dance and the shape of that bird, yeah, definitely Sandhill Cranes. And they're migratory as well, but we do get to enjoy hearing them and seeing them pretty much spring, summer, and fall. Next bird. Okay, the Rufus-sided towhee. I wasn't even looking for that bird. He just showed up under the feeder one day, scratching at the ground, and I thought, well, I'm going to take your picture, and you're going to be in the next video. So it was a treat to see. I don't see him all that often, the Rufus-sided towhee. You notice kind of the rusty color on the side, and this particular one was a male. You can tell due to the really black head in contrast to that rusty side. All right, let's head into the bonus round. We've done 8 birds so far. How's it going? How many did you guess? Give yourself a point for each one. These next 2 aren't going to be that easy. They might seem easy at first, but it's going to be a bit of a challenge. So we got 2 birds left. Give yourself 2 points each if you guess these 2 correctly. Let's take a look. Okay, the Downy Woodpecker. It's actually a pretty common little woodpecker. If I put out like some fat, especially in the winter time, or a suet cake, no doubt I'll see a little Downy Woodpecker show up. You could tell this one was a male. Did you see that little patch of red on the back of its head? That distinguished it as the male. The male Downy Woodpecker. Now let's take a look at the next bird. All right, that's not the same bird. That's a different bird. That's the hairy woodpecker. I'm not playing some trick on you. Actually, you can tell if it's a hairy woodpecker because it's a little bit bigger. Since it visited the exact same feeder as the Downy woodpecker, I can distinguish that that woodpecker is a little bit larger, even though its colors are almost identical to the Downy. Since it's a little bit bigger, I know it's a hairy woodpecker. So thanks so much for playing. If you enjoyed this, I can certainly keep looking for more and more birds and try to make a version 3. Might be a little more challenging as we dig deeper and maybe have to go a little deeper into the woods to come up with some new species. But if you enjoyed this, let me know. If you're brave, let me know how you did, what your score is. I'll see if I can provide a link if you've missed Name That Bird version 1. I'll try to provide a link for that. We've made a number of videos throughout the years. I'll provide a link to our YouTube channel as well. Take a look at that if you want to see more videos from here in Minnesota. Thanks for watching.